Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, very much. The problem is clear. Big tech preys on children and teens to make more money. Now is the time for the legislative solutions to these problems. And that starts with privacy. I've introduced bipartisan legislation to give children and teens a privacy bill of rights for the 21st century. Today, a 13-year-old girl on these apps has no privacy rights. She has no ability to say no. No, you can't gobble up data about me. No, you can't use that data to power algorithms that push toxic content towards me. No, you can't profile me to manipulate me and keep me glued to your apps. No, you have no rights. 13-year-old girl in the United States of America in the year 2021. My bipartisan Children and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act gives 13, 14, and 15-year-olds that right to say no. To each witness, do you support my legislation to update the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act to give that 13, 14, and 15-year-old control of their data? Ms. Stout.
Senator Markey, I just want to say that we absolutely support a federal privacy proposal, and we've worked very hard with members of this body to try to...
Do you support my child protection, my teen protection law? Do you support it?
So, Senator, we agree that there should be additional protections put against young people to protect them further from...
Right. So you've had a chance to look at the Child Online Privacy Protection update that I've introduced. It's been out there for years. Do you support it or not?
I think, Senator, we'd love to talk to you a bit more about some of the
we've
issues.
Listen, this is just what drives us crazy. We want to talk, we want to talk, we want to talk. This bill's been out there for years, and you still don't have a view on it. Do you support it or not?
I think there are things that we would like to work with you on, Senator.
Listen, this is just the old game. Mr. Beckerman, do you support the Child Online Privacy Protection Act being updated the way my legislation does?
Senator, thank you for your leadership on this issue. It's been very important. Yes, we agree that COPPA needs to be updated, particularly as it relates to the way age verification happens across the internet. It's an area that I think has been not given as much attention as it deserves, that we do agree that COPPA does need to be updated.
Do you support my legislation updated? You've had plenty of time to look at it.
We like your approach. However, I think a piece that should be included is a better way to verify age across the internet, across apps, rather than the system that is in place now. And I think with that improvement, it would be something that we'd be happy to support.
Okay, Ms. Miller.
Senator, we also support the goals of updated comprehensive privacy legislation on your specific bill. I know we've had conversations with your staff in a constructive manner, and I would welcome continuing to do that.
Yeah, but it's going to happen soon, because this is a crisis that, thank you, Senator Blumenthal, thank you, Congressman Blackburn, this has just surfaced in a way that's clear that we don't have any more time. We have to get this finished. Your platforms are full of young teens. Among young teens, 49% say they're on TikTok, 52% say they're on Snapchat, 81% say they're on YouTube. And those users, those 13-year-olds, they deserve the right to say, no, you can't track me. Do you agree with that, Ms. Stout? You can't track me. You do agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that,
Do you agree with that, Mr. Beckerman?
Yes, Senator.
Do you agree with that, Ms. Miller?
Yes, Senator, we have tools for all of our users to handle and control and make choices as it relates to the information that is gathered.
Okay, the bill also would ban targeted ads to children, apps that should never be allowed to track a 10-year-old's browsing history and bombard him with ads based on that data. Ms. Miller, you said that YouTube Kids platform prohibits targeted ads to children. Do you agree that Congress must ban targeted ads to children?
Senator, I defer to you and your peers in terms of what you would want to move forward. But again, we have not waited for laws like this.
No, I'm saying to
When
you,
we-
would you support to make sure there's a uniform banning of this practice? If you have already adopted it as a company, would you support that being the standard that we have for all platforms across the country?
As you describe it, it's consistent with the approach we've already taken.
And you would support it? Is that what you're saying?
Senator, again, we are already doing this and
No, I'm
and
asking
would
you, would
support
you
it
support?
consistent.
No, we're trying to draft a law here. Would you support that provision being in a law that prohibited it?
Senator, yes, as we already prohibit targeted
Okay, good.
advertising on
That's all we're
YouTube
trying
Kids
to
as
do,
it is.
just get to yes, so that we can legislate it. So that we can legislate. Ms. Berkman, Ms. Stout, same question, should kids ban targeted ads to kids?
Senator, we offer those tools already where kids can opt out and not have targeted ads served to them.
Would you support that as a national law, that we ban it?
Senator, an example of that has been the age-appropriate design code, which we adhere to, and I can tell you, Senator, we are looking at exactly that model to
Would you
apply
support
elsewhere.
it as a law that this body passes this year just to prohibit it? If you say it's wrong, should we prohibit it?
We offer those, and we agree with the approach, so,
So yes, you do support it, yes or no?
we agree with your approach, so we are applying it to more
Right, I
markets
appreciate what
outside of
you're
the-
doing. Right, we're now trying to say, if you support it, then would you support a law to
think we're
prohibit
very
anyone else
close.
from doing it? Yes?
I think we're very close, Senator, yes.
Very close. Okay, Mr. Beckerman.
Yes, Senator, I would also say that we should go beyond that, and part of the approach that we've taken is certain categories of ads shouldn't be shown to teenagers and young adults at all, and I think that should be part of the approach as well.
Okay, so we also need to go beyond privacy and tackle the design features that harm young people. Take like buttons. Senator Blumenthal and I have a bill, the Kids Act, which would ban these and other features that quantify popularity. The research is clear. These features turn apps into virtual popularity contests and are linked to feelings of rejection, low self-worth, and depression. Even YouTube Kids has acknowledged this problem and does not have like buttons. To each witness, should Congress ban features that quantify popularity for kids, yes or no?
Senator, as I mentioned in my opening statement, we don't have those metrics. We've never had a like button or comments because we don't think it should be a popularity contest, so we
would-
support that.
So you would support that, okay? Ms. Beckerman? Mr. Beckerman.
Senator, I think this one is one that we should, it's a little bit more complex to that. We'd happy to have a conversation, but we have implemented much of the age-appropriate design code here in the United States and would encourage similar measures.
So I don't know that there was an answer in there. You said it's complicated. Do you support banning it or not?
On banning likes,
Likes, yes.
I think, again, if we wanted to set it by age, that's something that we could look at.
Ms. Miller?
Senator, as you noted, we are already prohibit things on YouTube Kids such as being able to comment, and we would support working with you in regulation in this area.
Okay, well, you would support working with us, but would you support banning likes?
Yes, Senator, again, we already do not allow for this on the YouTube Kids platform.
Good. And again, the American Academy of Pediatrics just declared a national state of emergency for children and teen mental health. We need to outlaw the online features that exacerbate this crisis. The question that, we have to answer ultimately is, whether or not, for example, we're going to ban autoplay for kids. With this feature, when one video ends, another quickly begins. Kids stay glued to their phones, so apps collect more data and make more money. Today, 82% of parents are worried about their kids' screen time. To each of you today, do you agree that Congress should ban autoplay for kids? Yes or no? Ms. Miller, we'll start with you this time.
Yeah, Senator, each of the items that you're outlining, we already prohibit. We have the default set to autoplay off on YouTube Kids as well as for supervised experiences.
Okay, so you would support that being legislated?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Beckerman.
For us, Senator, we have take-a-break videos and time management tools, but as it relates to autoplay on TikTok, you have to proactively switch to the next video.
So would you support that legislation passing then, which would ban autoplay?
We'd be happy to look at it and talk to you about it.
You don't do it.
Again, I think it's important as we look at age-appropriate features for teens. It's something that we build into TikTok proactively. But again, as we look at legislation, I do think a first step is something around age verification across apps.
Again, this is the historic problem. Yes, Ms. Stout, would you support it?
Senator Markey, I don't believe we have autoplay on Snapchat, so I would defer and say that that's something we need to look at more closely.
Okay.
And I'm not familiar with that piece of the proposal in your legislation.
Okay, great. We have a lot of work to do, and we have to telescope the time frame, I think, Mr. Chairman, to get these people to finally stop
Telescoping the
studying it and
timeframe
finally
sounds good.
start acting. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thanks, Senator Markey. Thanks for all your good work.